So let's talk about how to improve fuel economy or not destroy it in the new Toyota Tacoma. Now, as you can see right there on the screen, I'm at a whopping 15.1 miles per gallon as a total average. And I have reset the trip computer and all of that stuff already. So that's a pretty accurate number for me. Now, I will say I have improved a little over half a mile per gallon recently. And that's even with adding more weight to the truck. And I'll get to why I think that is in just a minute. But how do you destroy the fuel economy or not destroy the fuel economy? Well, first of all, what I've done to my truck. You know, I have added lots of stuff that adds weight and obviously can detract from the fuel economy. Now, you're going to see that number drop. I'll tell you about why that is in a minute too. But anyway, I've added lots of weight and stuff to the truck. That obviously doesn't help. I'm running a 10-ply tire on the truck. That adds more weight, right? So I have to haul that around everywhere I go. That definitely does not help in increasing the fuel economy on the truck. A lot of people change wheels and tires and things. You're adding weight most likely. That's probably the biggest reason why I think a lot of people see fuel economy drops. Changing the suspension, adding heavier parts to that, all that kind of stuff. Now, I've also added rock sliders to the side of the truck. Now, I love the rock sliders. I think they look awesome. Do I really need them? Probably not. I mean, I'm not out rock crawling in this truck. I mean, the mall parking lots, you know, they might have those barriers that you kind of have to park up against. I suppose it could work then. But nonetheless, I don't really need them. They add about 100 pounds total, maybe a little more than that, to the weight of the truck that the truck has to carry. That's going to detract from fuel economy. Most recently, I put a sport bar on the back. I don't know if you guys can see it back there. Probably not. But anyway, I've added a sport bar to the back of the truck. That thing weighs, probably, I'm guessing around 50 to 75 pounds, something like that. So we've increased the weight there that the truck has to haul as well. Another fuel economy detractor. A bed mat. Now, it used to be they were much heavier. These days, the bed mats that companies are selling, which in my opinion they shouldn't be, are so thin that there hardly is any weight to them. But if you have one of the older ones that weighed anywhere from probably 30 to 50 pounds, if you use one of those bed stall mats from Tractor Supply, which are the best, by the way, they're about 3/4 inches thick. They use them in horse stalls. They weigh anywhere from 100 to 150 pounds. I mean, think about all that additional weight that you're adding that, again, the truck has to carry around. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, and I know this all makes sense, but the more weight you add, the lower fuel economy you're going to get. Also, sitting with your truck idling. I'm doing that right now, obviously. That is burning gas, and I'm going no miles while I'm doing it. That, of course, is going to reduce the fuel economy. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see that number drop from 15.1. If you go to a lot of fast food joints or ATMs or wait in line anywhere, what about rush hour traffic? Obviously, if you're sitting just like I'm doing now, you're going to reduce your fuel economy. So how do you make it better? Well, strangely and unexpectedly, one benefit that I've noticed recently from adding the cold air intake, and I'm not trying to turn this into a commercial, but the only thing that I've changed or added to this truck that would have anything to do with fuel economy improvements is that intake. And I've noticed upwards of almost a mile per gallon from where I used to be. And that's right, I was in the low 14s before I added that intake. So it seems to be making a difference. I am on the upswing. My fuel economy has been increasing, and I haven't done anything to make that happen other than as far as driving goes, other than adding that intake. Another thing is winter fuel. You know, gasoline companies change the blend depending on the season, and winter fuel can also provide for lower fuel economy. So there are just a number of things. What can you do? I digressed. What can you do to improve it? Number one, don't change your wheels and tires. Don't go with the bigger and heavier tire. Don't add all the stuff to the truck if this concerns you. Keep as little weight in the truck as you possibly can. Don't haul things around. You don't need to do that. Don't sit and idle. Slow down on the takeoffs from start. That's probably another issue I have, because I like acceleration. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to race everybody every time I take off from a stop, but I kind of do like to be out front. That is going to reduce my fuel economy as well. You know, I'm hauling around all this extra weight, and then I'm giving it more gas to take off when I want to be first in line, right? Things like that. When you're getting on the freeway, ease up to that 65, 70, 75 miles an hour. You don't have to floor it to get there. I mean, it's going to come, right? Anyway, those are just a few things that cause bad fuel economy, and a few things you can do to improve fuel economy. As far as gasoline grade goes, you know, there's always a big controversy, you know, 87 versus 91 or 93 octane. I don't believe it makes any difference at all, other than to cost you more money and enrich the oil companies or the gasoline companies, right? Leave a comment. Let me know anything you've done to your truck where you've seen a marked improvement in fuel economy. I'd be curious to know. And also, what have you done that has destroyed your fuel economy? Kind of give us all a heads up as to what not to do if we're sensitive to that. Also, real quick, if you haven't before, smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.